Okay. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. One movie you can without a doubt argue did not need a sequel. Actually, there's a lot of Disney sequels you could argue didn't need to exist, but whatever. Alright, let's talk about this. The voice acting in this is okay. The voice actor for the main villain, which is that guy on your screen right now, is probably the best. Although I have to say, this movie couldn't really... Well, I guess this movie could be made in this climate because the main villain's kind of like talking down to women. Like there's this one scene where he says that the Quasimodo's love interest in this movie is only supposed to stand there and look pretty, and it's like, you you make a good villain for today's Hollywood. I was surprised at the number of returning characters. Like, wasn't expecting them to be in this, but I guess they are. Oh, I have to say, Esmeralda's voice actress, I mean, she sounds like an old woman, and I don't really know how to feel about that. Because, how long is this supposed to be after the first movie? Because she can't be that old. She's younger than Quasimodo in the original, isn't she? And he doesn't sound like an old man. He just sounds like a guy that is just there to collect a paycheck. The animation is not the greatest. And in fact, there were some moments in this where I was like, that just doesn't look good. The gargoyles are back, which I didn't like them in the first one, and I just didn't like them in this one. Although the tone of this one is more fitting for there to be comedy relief characters like the gargoyles. I honestly have to say the way they toned down Esmeralda's femininity was kind of laughable, where it's just like she has just had so much more personality in the first film. And I guess she's not Quasimodo's love interest in this, okay, whatever. But she was a likable character in the first one. The main villain, despite being the standout for me, due to how just good his voice actor is in comparison to the rest of the cast, is no Frollo. No evil hellfire singing guy, but that's kind of hard to top. I don't think Disney has topped the Disney Renaissance villains. In fact, I know they haven't. I mean, because now it's all just twist villains. But I'm not getting into that right now. Disney's obsession with that. Hollywood's obsession with that. Anyway. I mean, the settings look nice. The characters look alright. I mean, it's clear it didn't have the budget that the first one did, but then again, none of the Disney sequels had the budget that the first one did, except maybe Lady and the Tramp 2, which just looked... I honestly thought it was a theatrical release. In fact, I still think it might have been, with how much effort and how good the animation was in that one. It's just like, this is a straight to DVD, or straight to video. I can't believe that. I don't know, I'll have to look that up and confirm it again. I did it for the review, and now I can't remember whether or not I was right. But anyways, not enough about that, about this. The music is alright. I do like how they actually speak a different language sometimes when they're singing. But then other times they'll go straight English, and then they'll just swap between the two, and it's like, I kind of like it. The songs aren't as good as the original, but they're not bad. Like, they're not so bad that you probably couldn't listen to them while watching the movie. I mean, I'm not going to look them up later on YouTube or Spotify or whatever and see if I can find them so I can listen to them, you know. But, you know, I'll listen to them in the movie if I revisit this later when I want to watch it. Which brings up a question of the story of this one, which is basically Quasimodo didn't get the girl in the first one, so we need to make a sequel where he gets the girl. I was like, oh, why? You ended the first one perfectly. And now this one is like, yeah, he doesn't have a girlfriend, but the town loves him. Everybody does, and it's just like, does he really need a love interest? I mean, let's be honest. Especially one that turns out to be some sort of thief or whatever, because the circus that the love interest isn't part of goes around and steals stuff in the places they travel to, which is the whole reason they meet in the first place, because they want to steal some bell from the church. And it's been a while since I watched the first one, but was the bell really that big a deal in the first one? Like, was it worth that much? Did it have like all these jewels and stuff inside of it, or am I missing something? Because I don't think it did, but whatever. She's a thief. Great. Alright, can we move on from that? Because apparently they do fairly quickly or whatever. I don't know. It was a weird thing to center the story around. The main conflict was that the circus was like, you know, a thief ring or whatever, but okay. Alright, I'll buy into it. All in all, I have to say, the story isn't that great, but it's not bad either. I mean, I guess it's kind of meh, just meh for me. All in all, this movie was a surprise. I expected it to be garbage. But it wasn't, you know. There was some stuff to like. The animation wasn't atrocious, you know, and the music wasn't bad. And I have to say, the voice acting, despite some of my complaints earlier, wasn't total garbage, but the villain stands out, of course, because the villain should stand out in a Disney movie. That's something Disney has forgotten for some reason. Anyways, all in all, I give this probably a 6 out of 10. I could understand why you would go 7, but or a 5. It's a 6 for me, just slightly above average. Thanks for watching this. When you do, subscribe if you want, and don't forget to give yourselves a big thumbs up. Bye, everybody. And